Anyone who has been paying attention and taking notes throughout this Ruri Rocks conclusion will not be shocked by the final lesson, which is similar to a proven theory. Ruri realizes that the essence of science is the act of following the next strand of knowledge from one's last discovery. The most pleasurable aspect of science itself. She has now discovered how much fun it was to acquire that knowledge, even if she is not yet an expert on beautiful rocks. She began by looking for riches, but perhaps the true prize was this and that. It is confirmed that she and Shoko are still receiving tutoring in mineralogy at the end of the season, and that they have fully brought Aoi into the fold. Additionally, a short post-credits scene indicates that Ruri will eventually fit into Nagi's genes. As a program about sediments could only be described, it is dirt simple. However, as the lesson of Ruri Rocks has taught throughout this conclusion, it's the minute details of that dirt, and the most crucial aspect is the procedure for finding them. In this regard, the anime's conclusion does feel unique in its own way. Naturally, some of that will be the show's long-standing specialties. As a result of Imari's lottery victory, there is a hot springs trip during which Studio Bind demonstrates their fan service skills in contrast to how the program has been. The past few weeks have seen me withdraw, to be honest. In all honesty, even after all that this anime had accomplished, I never anticipated having to denounce the old glowing light censorship to be repealed on the sincere little edutainment program for the Blu-rays, but here we are. It is slightly distracting, but it also demonstrates how Ruri Rocks integrates its fan service function with its typical scientific logic. Nagi and Imari have already explored the area and discovered an intriguing mineralogical structure before the folks even take off their clothes and jump into the tub. Ruri and Shoko's progress is evident in how they approach the challenge of finding the solution, just like in the last few installments. Find the origin of this unusual little building and follow it down with little difficulty. The characters enter the bath itself to discuss how hot springs, as structures, connect, in the spirit of one discovery leading to another. Into the geological history of the world, which has been so important to the science they are now engaged in. Education is crucial, and fan service is the foundation of anime. Aside from science and sauciness, this sequence does capture other core elements of anime and narrative overall. Using this sort of environment to expose all of one's emotions while in the bath is a common application, and here Ruri at last learns the raw, unfiltered facts about how her mineralogy teachers interact with their field of study or pastime. Even anime graduate students like Nagi and Imari, who romanticize the endeavors of a hobby/interest anime like this, find it a little bit humbling to hear how they feel. Continue to be bound by the bleak realities of the contemporary job market. In this regard, Nagi rejected the opportunity to work as a museum curator only in the hopes that there might be better opportunities that matched her interests. Seems as romanticized as the protagonists finding a huge, gleaming deposit every other week. However, it aligns with Ruri Rock's advocacy for pursuing anything outside the next horizon. However, the way that information about Nagi rejecting the curator position is presented is somewhat unexpected, and in the same way that the previously mentioned deposit discoveries might seem a little forced at times in order to support Ruri Rock's argument in the present. In the same vein, Nagi's final, cosmic lesson for the kids seems somewhat overblown. However, I would be lying if the prospect of discovering a microscopic meteorite by sifting through sand didn't excite me even a little. The purpose of an anime like this is to pique that curiosity, which I am eager to experience. I can also see how this last little but amazing discovery is, in fact, the reverse of those awe-inspiring great discoveries mentioned above. The fact that she was absent for a few episodes with her partner and that she didn't care about her own story points at the very least suggests that Nagi was primarily acting as a tour guide for cool rock facts for the younger characters on this trip. Nonetheless, I admire the way she utilizes the search for the meteorites to bring Ruri to the final key realization she needs this season. The fact that Ruri may or may not locate a space rock in this batch soon becomes apparent, but the crucial, tangible conclusion is that she will. When she finds it, she will know exactly what she is searching for. The activity teaches a straightforward lesson that viewers have probably already deduced is what Ruri has learned this season. However, the manner in which it is made plain via scientific endeavors is just as lovely in its simplicity as the act of merely arranging rocks on slides. Furthermore, Nagi does this while consuming a few drinks, which is really the most charming quality I could have hoped for. Regardless of the reservations I expressed earlier regarding her superficiality, she is actually flawless in her current state. As I mentioned at the beginning, it is the platonic ideal of Ruri Rocks' potential conclusion. Its goals have just increased in terms of illustrating how the character's areas of interest have expanded. Hopefully, the audience's interest has grown a bit. Perhaps it was because they were really interested in learning why beautiful stones are so beautiful, or just because the curvy anime grad student informed them. That may be said to be a positive benefit for science as a whole. The anime never lost sight of its goals, and it improved its execution by using a presentation that was frequently dazzling. Hope you liked this video. Stay tuned in this channel for latest upcoming updates on this series. And add a bookmark in this channel for further upcoming updates on movies, anime, and web series. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share our channel. And for latest updates, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon.